Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? I hope you're doing absolutely wonderful. I want to give as much information out about home ownership as possible. So I'm going to answer any questions that you have concerning real estate. Whether it's buying, whether it's selling, whether it's possible investments, we're here to talk about it all. Where are you joining in from? I'm out here in Aurora, Colorado right now. About to head into a showing at about 6:30. But in the process, I had to make sure that I'm coming on here. This buyer roadmap is just a tad bit of some of the real estate process that we go through. And I have a whole buyer presentation that I give out to each person that comes here. So this I can send also to in PDF form, and this goes through the whole process. So that home buyer roadmap would be in this booklet. So let's just kind of go through some of what is on that home buyer roadmap. Houston, Texas in the building. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So the page that I got is this one that's on the green screen. And this is even more that goes into it. So when you're talking, is this only for the state of Colorado? No, literally this talks about for any real estate transaction. A lot of the people that you're going to come across is going to have a lot of the similar information. So no, it's not just for the state of Colorado. All right, so when you meet with a realtor, one of the things that they're going to do is that they're going to take you through a buyer consultation. And what this does is this helps us understand what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you want. Once we understand what it is that you want, what you're looking for, we're going to set you up with one of our lenders. And you have the option to find your own. But the ones that we usually suggest is because we've worked with them, they work good, we've made things happen, and it just makes the transaction just a tad bit easier. And so once you have that pre-approval, you're going to then know exactly how much you can afford. Now, a lot of people, when they sit down with a lender, the lender should be able to explain to you where your credit is at, and also be able to help you out with a plan of how to fix your credit or to be able to boost your credit score up for the time frame that you want to buy a home. Once you have that pre-approval, then we're able to go and do your home search. We'll know what you're able to afford, and we'll be able to find the homes within that area. As we do that, that's where we go on the home showings. So anytime you guys find a home, when you're working with your realtor, say for instance you're looking online, you want to make sure you go ahead and give that information to your realtor so that way they can set up the showings for you. Once you found a home that you like, then we begin to submit an offer. This is where we write out the terms and conditions we would like to have done to the home, if we can negotiate those type of things. And of course, that's where we go into our negotiation process. So once you're going into the negotiation process, this can take anywhere from about 24 hours to respond. There can be a counter offer, and what happens when a counter offer happens is they're just saying, hey, we may fix this, but it may have to be this. And so you guys kind of negotiate back and forth until you actually find something that you want. Now, I didn't take pictures of the other part of this presentation, but I'm gonna go through it anyway. For another part of your home buying roadmap, having an accepted offer. Once both parties are satisfied, a signed and accepted offer or counter offer is in hand, we can move forward with the loan application, inspections, and appraisal. The deadlines to get all of those things done will be outlined in the offer, and time frames can vary. Once you have your accepted offer, we then go into getting your financing. Once you have your financing, then everything starts rolling down the ball. You get your inspections, you get your appraisals, and then we get to clearing and finalizing all the things that we need to do to be able to close. Once all of those things are in play, then we get the clear to close. And once you have the clear to close, guess what's next? You're going to be able to get your keys. So a lot of the buyers come into this knowing that there's going to be upfront costs, and these are costs that are typically on the buyer side and pretty much kind of upfront. You're going to deal with your earnest money payment. Think of that as like your security deposit for a home. Your inspections, this can range anywhere from about $400 to $700 depending on how big the home is that you want. And your appraisal. Your appraisal, this can come anywhere from about $450 on up. Another thing that you want to think about is your down payment. Your down payment can typically be about 3%. No more, has to be 20%. Now, if you want to be able to have a lower payment, of course, the more money that you bring to the table, the better it's going to be. Some of the other fees that you want to consider is your lender and your title company fees, and also homeowners insurance. A lot of people misinterpret how homeowners insurance works, but that's what we're here for. We're going to help you understand the entire process. All right. Now, I want to make sure to go over some of the things that you don't want to do as you're buying a home. You don't want to change jobs, and the reason being is because they are clearing everything how it's supposed to be. All right. You don't want to change jobs. You want to make sure that you don't spend in excess. Wait to purchase a vehicle. You want to wait to make large purchases because everything that they're going off of is the debt and the income from what you already did. Now, if any of that changes, what they're going to have to do is readjust the numbers, which can mess up closing on that transaction. So you're going to want to make sure to follow some of the things that you don't want to do. All right. Do we have any questions so far? Well, I appreciate you guys for joining. Sorry, I didn't expect it to get this dark already. Should have paid attention to the time. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to do this at least once a week to give the information out as best as possible. Thank you guys for joining me.